Yo, what is going on, guys? Average Player here, back again with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and I'm trying to make my uploads as much as possible now. Banlist just dropped today, ruining it. I've already seen it because people have spoiled it. I'm in a group chat for my locals, and they all fucking spoiled it. I am very upset about it, so I know all the cards that are banned, and I'm gonna try to explain to you why in the best of my ability. Some cards are banned, some cards are unbanned. Um, in this video, though, when it comes to Astrograph Sorcerer, I have no clue what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to talk about it. So we're going to refresh this page here, and let's get going. Alright, first card is Arch Nemesis Protoss. I actually called this card to get banned. Reason being, Arch Nemesis Protoss is just very degenerate. It's searchable in the Sword Soul strategy, and then basically not allowing your opponent to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's why Arch Nemesis Protoss got banned. Maybe if it was a different format, the card would be not as broke. Maybe Sword Soul wasn't a thing, but whatever. Arch Nemesis Protoss called to get banned. It's getting banned. Next card on the list, as you can see, is Eva. This card was previously limited, and now it's banned. You can no longer use it. And the reason why this card is banned, well, people still think that Drytron's a little too strong. In my opinion, I don't think Drytron is that strong, but Drytron is still really strong. Um, it's not as strong as it used to be with Eva at 1 when it was at 1, but still having that Eva, you search it out with Harold, Harold, whatever that one is, the one really expensive Harold card. I forgot what it's called, but you search Ava out with that, and then you basically discard Ava, and you're getting 2 free negates. Which one of the negates is a fuel for your um Herald of Ultimateness. It was a matter of time before this card got banned, so I think they what Konami did last time is they put it at 1, see how it would do, and they just ultimately flat out banned it. So I really don't blame them for Eva getting hit. Next card on the ban list here is the Samorg Bird of Sovereignty. I called this card too, and for the reason that you can get out Apex Bird Avion or something like that, the name, the negate. Also being able to plop out a barrier statue, allowing most decks not to be able to do jack shit, which sucks. That's why Samorg's on here. The card just enabled. The one card I'm surprised isn't on here is Verte Anaconda. And it's actually not on this ban list at all. So I'm surprised Verte Anaconda's not on here, which sucks. But Thunder Dragon Colossus is still being banned. Thunder Dragon Colossus is still being banned. I love it. I see Max C is still banned, which is okay. Orcus Tarport, I don't know why they didn't unban this, but I guess it's because of another card that's coming up that recently got put to 1. Next is Imperial Order. Okay, I called this card to get banned too, but I could also see it staying. Imperial Order got banned because it locks you out of 1/3 of the card game, which most decks are made out of all those cards, and that's spell cards. Most decks are made out of spell cards. If you can't play your whole freaking deck, especially Sky Strikers, then what's the point of having a card in the game? This card would fall in the same thing as Arch Nemesis Protoss, where certain decks, it just basically doesn't allow your opponent to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you have that card on the field. So Imperial Order getting banned is actually a good hit, just like Arch Nemesis and Eva, and Samorg. Next, Astrograph Sorcerer. Like I said, I don't know jack shit about this card. It's at 1. I know it used to be really broken, but I've never read the card a day in my life, so I can't tell you what it does. But one card I'm excited about is Destrudo. If you guys know and have watched my videos before, I have a Rocket Dragon Link deck profile, and Destrudo is something that I said that I wanted to be in that deck profile. Destrudo, you get it off of Hulk, and then basically you could finish Link climbing, making your Saryuja, or you could go ahead and make Romulus off of it, and basically guarantee yourself that you have a level 7 Synchro on the field at all times. And it's good for the Rocket Dragon Link strategy because, at least in mine, I do play FA Dawn Dragster as a way I can make it using Rocket Synchron and one of the 2 other Rocket monsters, or Gil Derge, Gay Derge or something like that's his name, for when you're synchro summoning anyway. So you can just make it anyway, but making it with Destrudo makes it a little easier so you don't have to do all the back steps. But I heard there's another deck coming out that plays Destrudo, and it plays it really well. So I think that's why Destrudo came out. Probably came off the ban list. Probably try to promote that. But I could also see it being a testing factor. But I think Destrudo is going to go back on the ban list, next ban list, because of Hulk and how easy it's just going to be puked on the field. It's going to be so fun seeing it back on the ban list. Yay. Fairy Tale Snow. Okay, I've only come against this card once, and it was someone playing Danger Thunder. I know it's really good if it's in your graveyard, and I also know it books cards, but that's about it. Um, so when it got banned, I was actually happy because that's about all I knew of it. Is I hated my cards getting booked, but that's at one. I don't see it really doing much at one, but I don't know why it's at one. I don't really know what it does, so I don't have much other than the booking and the. It's really good in the graveyard. I don't know what else it does, so bear with me on that. I don't know much about Fairy Tale Snow. Next one's Lunalight Tiger. I'm excited about this one. Lunalight Tiger. I used to play back before it got the whole deck got absolutely shit on. Lunalight Orcust, which had Azathoth and the Harpor because Harpor wasn't banned then, and neither was Tiger. You basically, if you guys didn't know what the deck did, you basically did your Orcust combo and the Lunalight combo would and the Lunalights as well basically help you rank up into Azathoth as your fifth summon. So when you went and you finished doing your combos, you can end on Azathoth on your turn. That's when the rank up magic card got banned, so you couldn't do it on your opponent's turn. But you can do Azathoth on your turn, so your opponent can't do anything against you. They couldn't nib you, they couldn't ash you, nothing from that point on. And then you're basically just able to go scot-free. And with the Orcust engine, everybody knows how good Orcusts are. Those cards are in your fucking graveyard. They can do whatever they want. Special summon from your hand, deck, or a graveyard. Obviously, the one that special summons from the deck, Harpor, is banned. So you really can't do that anymore. But still, Orcusts were able to have that combo. Still end up with a negate on board. And have all their quick effects in the graveyard to basically play on your turn too. So, yeah, I can see why Lunalight Tiger was banned in the first place because it really helped out that strategy, and Lunalights were really good. Another thing is Lunalight Tiger is not a once per turn. I know I haven't really addressed what Lunalight Tiger does, but everybody knows what this card does anyway. Basically, if it's in your Pendulum Zone, you can special summon one Lunalight monster from your graveyard, and it's not once per turn. So if you return that card to your hand and bring it back on the field, it can activate again because it counts as a quote-unquote new card. So Lunalight Tiger coming to 1, I can see it not being as bad as when it was at 3 because it's harder to get. But I can still seeing it being an issue, especially if people keep looping it. Because it is loopable and it's very easy in Lunalights, especially with cards like Yellow Martin, which allows you to return a Lunalight monster from your field to your hand, special summon it. I know other Lunalight cards return stuff from your graveyard to your hand. But yeah. Misk is still at 1, which is good. Striker Dragon's at 1, unfortunately. Alright, Lyrilistic Recital Starling. I don't know what this card does. All I know is that it's a hit on Bird Up, and I'm excited. Because those of you who didn't know, when I made my Salmon Great deck profile, I did tell you my only loss was against Bird Up. So seeing Bird Up get hit is amazing. I see Stalio also didn't go to 2, but Circle did come to 2. So I did also get Circle right. Monster actually wasn't expecting that. It's new to the limited list in general. I heard it was probably because of Machina and their OTK with it. So, I mean, I guess whatever. But that was a surprise. Pot of Desires, in my opinion, is a trash card. That's on here at 1. But I can also see why. People played in Bird Up. People played in Prank Kids. People played it in Virtual Worlds. Phantom Knights. The card's splashable and everything. I think the only reason why they hit it at 1 is either they're making a new deck coming out that's going to be absolutely fucking absurd with the card. Or it's just too splashable and everything. Like most things that are splashable, they end up getting hit, like Zoos or Lyrilistic at this point. You know. But Pot of Desire is getting hit. I don't really see it being an issue. You're basically play 3, so you can see it more often. You see it once, and then you basically don't want to see it again. Yeah, that's about it. That's it for the limited, semi-limited. New card, Hero Lives. This card's a once per duel anyway, and you're paying half your damn life points. So, I mean, it can go to 3 and it really want to make a difference. At 1, really want to make a difference. You're only playing 1 copy of it anyway, because you only need it once per duel. Fusion Destiny, I think going to 2 is a good start. Try to test the waters on it. Everybody knows what Fusion Destiny does, so I'm not going to try to explain it. But I think it's a good start, especially since DPE right now is pretty dumb broken. I also see they didn't ban Scythe or any of the artifact cards, so you got to deal with Scythe Lock still. Yummy. But Fusion Destiny coming to 2 I think is a good start. I think the card might eventually get banned because DPE itself is way too strong. Or, if this wouldn't be an issue, if Vertanaconda would just get banned, but you'd also have to limit Fusion Destiny because you play 3 copies of it anyway, because it doesn't have the same restriction as Red Eyes Fusion. Nadir Servant is also a good start on hitting the Invoke Dogmatica Shadal strategy. Nadir Servant is something I actually didn't see getting hit, which is awesome. because, you know, I saw other cards in that strategy getting hit. Like I said, Winda or Schism. I said those cards were going to get hit. Maybe Apgalone. But the Deer Servant, I didn't see getting hit, and getting hit's probably a good start. I don't really know much about that strategy. I know the strategy does run around the deer sometimes, so that's a good start. Salamangreat Circle coming to 2 is a good start, and I did predict this one because it helps out the Salamangreat strategy. Salamangreats haven't been doing too good. I played at locals, and nobody really, knows what to do with it because of the way I play it. And I feel like I'm okay Salamangreat player. I'm not the best, but I could play it and win. So, Circle coming to 2 does help the consistency of the deck without actually making the deck broke. It's not like Gazelle went to 2, and Gazelle had the 2 probably would have the same effect as Circle. Except you'd have that free special summon more. Which is more important to the deck than the ad, because the ad you can just ash it, and then that's basically it for Circle. And it's a activate once per turn, so you really can't do anything about it. Next card, Scapegoat at 2. This is a nice card I can see testing the waters too, because back when Lynx came out, everybody knows that this card was busted. Activate Scapegoat, and you're basically making ridiculous Link Force for free. Or using cards like Link Karibo, Link Spider, basically to start you off, getting your Link 2s on the field, and then building you up from there. So, or your 2 effect monsters on the field and building you up from there, because that was a thing. And then basically going into another Link 2, and then you'd have like another Link Karibo and Link Spider, make it again, and you're going to a Link Fort. Like, that's how easy Scapegoat was. And I see it here coming back okay, because nobody really plays it anyway. So, I actually did not mention this on my Banlist prediction video. I actually ignored the card in general. This is a good testing the water card, in my opinion. At 4 tokens, it's still a problem, because all token generators, while links are always going to be a thing, are always going to be a problem. But Scapegoat, still, I think it's a good testing the water card, but it might go back down. If it still doesn't do anything, it's going to go to 3 next format. Danger Nessie coming to 3. When I made my first video, before I actually posted the video, because I lost my audio file, and I decided, screw it, I'm going to redo the Banlist prediction. I had Nessie going to 3. I don't know if I don't remember if I said Nessie was going to 3, but Nessie is something I said was going to 3 to me. The one thing I noticed is that the mini dangers didn't do anything. Because Nessie just adds the other one, special summons himself from the graveyard and special summon from your deck. So Nessie going to 3 is okay. Skullcrabat Joker, I didn't really need to say anything about this card. I knew this card was coming to 3 because it was just a matter of damn time. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Okay, this one's exciting. Going from 1 to 3. Okay, now we're talking about some boo-boo bullshit, because this card isn't once per turn. You get more than one of this card out, especially since it's like, I think, a level 10. You could free special summon, basically free Link, and then with these guys, you can make your Gustav and OTK. It's great. But I think it's going to go back down to 1 next format, because this card's busted. Maybe if they eroded the card, in the new set coming out, that's probably why. But this card at 3 is going to go back down to 1 really fast. I called Emergency Teleport going to 3. Because that new set just came out, Grand Creators. Also, it gives a whole bunch of decks a boost. Like Virtual Worlds gives a boost. Virtual World really took the hit after VFD got banned, and it should stay there. But Virtual World did take a hit. Emergency Teleport at 3 does give the deck a little bit of a boost. Decks like Cosmos and stuff like that get a little bit of boost. And any other deck that plays Psychics, like Phantom Knights, which, by the way, I might be rebuilding again, are getting a boost. So yeah, the Emergency Teleport, everybody saw that, actually. Raigeki is one nobody ever saw, because it's just a plain old fucking monster wipe. And cards like that, generally, people don't like, unless they have restrictions, and they're generally really good. Cards like Lightning Storm has a restriction where you can't control any cards, I'm pretty sure, to activate the card. So Raigeki, just to be able to, boom, blow something up, and you can play 3 of them, is pretty good. But nobody's main decking the card anyway. And it'd probably be in side deck, but if you're side decking a card, you're probably side decking Lightning Storm, because it's better because you have the option. So you can probably, if Raigeki's on here, this list, next list, you're probably going to see Harpy's Feather Duster. Next is Skill Drain, which is actually very interesting, because I remember when people actually were complaining about this card, I think a couple years ago, saying, "Oh, Skill Drain 2 broke, get it limited," and then it limited, and then nobody played it. So Skill Drain coming to 3, it does help flues a lot. Because flues, all they do is tribute summon and not affect special summon. So it helps out flues. Any deck that has just lingering effects, Skill Drain does not do anything to, because Skill Drain only affects activated effects. It negates that. It coming to 3 though, I think is pushing it. They should put it to 2 first and tested it out then before putting it to 3, because a card as good as Skill Drain is another card they should have tested the waters on. Something like Circle. By the way, since Circle's back, and I'm going to be playing around with the deck to see how it is, I'm going to probably make another deck profile on Salamangreats. I'm going to stop eventually. Just tell me when to stop, and I'll stop making deck profiles on Salamangreats. Also, shoutouts to Konami here for being absolute fucking savages. Next update will be in a few months. They don't give us a date. Everybody was roasting the shit out of Konami. Everybody was impatient as hell until Konami dropped this ban list, which dropped today. Alright, I don't blame people for being impatient, but you know what? Konami finally did it, and now they're being savage about it, because I'm pretty sure they were just sick and tired of hearing everybody bitch and moan. I don't blame them. But anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know which cards you think should have gotten banned and should not have gotten banned, or which card should not have been removed from the ban list. That's an interesting topic to talk about and explain why. The card I think that should never have gotten removed from the ban list, even though I love the card, is Destrudo. I feel like it's just going to be way too useful in most decks, because you could splash it. Decks like Infernobles play Hulk, Dragon Link, any card that has a tuner plays Hulk of Fibrax, and then you're basically enabling a free level 7. And it's probably going to be F.A. Don Dragster, which is going to be your free negate. But I can also say that they probably did it because of that new set coming out. I don't know the name of it. I remember hearing something about it, but I don't know much about it. But anyway, again, hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.